So setter injection is great, and it allows us to change the dependency of a class at runtime, but we'll have to remember to call it. Another approach is to use method injection. So instead of using the setter, we can pass that dependency into this show method, because this is where we're using that dependency. Let me show you. So back to our report class, I'm going to add a new parameter to our show method, tax calculator. So now we're passing this dependency from the outside, and this method simply calls the calculate tax method on this dependency. It doesn't care what implementation is behind this interface. Now with this change, we don't really need the constructor or the setter. So I'm going to comment this out. Now back to our main class, we can simplify the code here. So when creating a tax report object, we don't need to pass the calculator. We pass that to our show method, like this. Also, we don't need to set the calculator again. So the second time we want to show the report, we can pass a new dependency, tax calculator 2019. So this is what we call method injection. We pass a dependency to the method that needs that dependency. In reality, most of the time, we use constructor injection, because with this approach, we can quickly see the dependencies of a class at a glance. All right, one last thing before we finish this video. With the changes we have made so far, we have decoupled our report class from our calculator implementations, but we still have coupling here. Our report class is coupled to our tax calculator interface. So we're coupled to this contract. But this coupling is far less than coupling to a class, because here we don't have code, we don't have implementation. If we change how we calculate the tax, our report class is not going to get affected. But if we change this contract by adding a new method or changing or removing one of the existing ones, of course we have broken the contract, and the classes that are dependent on this contract will be broken. So we should be careful when designing these interfaces. We want to make sure these interfaces are small and lightweight, so they're less likely to change. We don't want to create big fat interfaces with a lot of methods that we're going to end up modifying or removing. We're going to talk more about this in the next video.